Hi there, just two really quick reviews today. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll right into them. The first one I'm gonna talk about, I purchased at the Ulta store, my local Ulta store. Sorry I'm saying a lot. I got a lot of things going on in my brain. I'll just show you what it is. So it is the Body Shop Tea Tree Pore Minimizer. I use tea tree oil a lot, and that's because I have really thick curly hair and product gets trapped on my scalp no matter what I do. So I tend to have a little bit of flaky, patchy dryness on my scalp, and I've just found this to be a miracle worker for acne breakouts, or just lots of different things happening that you can use to treat. It's an antifungal, antimicrobial, you know, kind of a thing. It's natural. I just really like tea tree. I have several bottles of tea tree oil. It does have a very distinctive smell. It smells medicinally, but also pine. So it's like a pine medicinal smell to it. I actually kind of like it, but a lot of people, when I first put it on, specifically my boyfriend, tends to go, "Oh, that's an interesting scent you're wearing." So let me just go ahead and talk about this for a little bit. I have been using this for about 4 weeks now, and I have not noticed any difference in my pore size. I have not noticed anything about my skin feeling purer. Doesn't soothe. In fact, it kind of makes my face redder when I first put it on. It does do a pretty good prime, and it instantly mattifies, but it only lasts on me about an hour, and then I'm sitting there. See, I wore it, and I've already repowdered twice today, and I've only been wearing it for like 4 hours. I'm gonna start getting cake face, so I have to start using blotting papers. This stuff is expensive. I'll go ahead and put the price right down here, but this stuff is expensive, and I do not like it. It hasn't done anything for me. I am honestly thinking about taking it back at this point. The Body Shop has been a hit or miss for me. I used to use the vitamin E cream, specifically the night cream around my eyes, and just do all that kind of stuff, but that stuff was expensive too. I really only buy from them when they're on sale, but this just kind of popped out at me because I'm trying different primers. I'm such an oily mess all the time. I thought, oh, this has tea tree oil and it'll help me. Nope. This is not a good purchase. I do not suggest this at all. The one line that I have had great success with is the hemp line, actually, from the Body Shop. No complaints about that line at all. So just gonna go ahead and get right into that next review. You might notice I have some swatches. I'll talk about that in a minute. Some of you might know this and some of you might not, but there was a year-round haunt here in Las Vegas called the Goretorium. I was lucky and privileged enough to know somebody who was an actress in that, and I went to the Goretorium a couple times. It was created by Eli Roth, who did the Hostels, and he was in Glorious Bastards and things like that. Last night was the closing night. It was the last night. It has been working in Chapter 11 bankruptcy. A lot of people are pissed off at Eli Roth when he doesn't control the finances. But anyways, we loved the Goretorium. We love Halloween. It's our favorite thing of the year. But last night they were doing sales on all of their stuff, like t-shirts, and they even had like little jars of things, like a lamprey was in a jar, and they used to sell medical devices like speculums and horrifying other gadgets and things like that, but they stopped selling that kind of stuff. There wasn't any price tags on anything. And the one thing that we did want, which was a pickled punk, which is a fake baby in a jar. It was $300, and I could probably make something like that and just waterproof it for 50 bucks. So, but they did have a little makeup kit for their special effects, and I'm assuming that's because they purchased all of their makeup in bulk, and because they decided to close all of a sudden, that they had lots and lots left over. So I purchased a bag of it, and it was only $7, and it came in a Ziploc bag like this, which I have no problem with. And what it included was, whoopsie, It included this round sponge here, which is a little bit more of a dense sponge. You can see it's a little bit denser. And then there was a softer sponge. Now these are great for blending. This is more for applying the color, and this is more for popping it out, like bouncing it out. I normally don't use sponges like this because I own so many makeup brushes. So there's the sponges, one dense one lighter one. It also included a wolfefx.com. See if I can't. Zero brush, which is exceedingly thin, very small, very good brush, very great brush. This is great for detail work, for eyeliner, for veins, just any kind of a little tiny line work that you need to do. This is a great brush. I've already played with it a couple times. It's still in its... I like to keep these for my smaller brushes because it just kind of keeps them nicer and they don't get as frayed. And then it included a single color, which this... I've already opened it, so it used to have a wraparound around it. And this color is 017, which I just call it like a cafe au lait brown, you know? And then it included another brush. This one's a little bit bigger than the other previous. It's unmarked, no number, in a 6-pan color kit. And you can see it says Wolf Face Art and FX Essentials. And these are the colors that you get, and you can see I've already kind of played, and they came with these plastic coatings. So you get your shades, and then you get your primary colors in a green. Pretty basic stuff for SFX or FX, however you want to call it. But these are the swatches. So this is the brown. See, we're doing this live. We're doing it live. And they're not, they seem to be staying pretty good, and they're not like cracky or anything. They're very, very pigmented, even over hair. Hairy girl. So here's that sienna brown, here's the black, here's the white. That red is actually, in real life, it's a little bit more of a pink tone, but because I have like 16 different lights on right now, it's turning to more of a tomato. But it's more of a pink toned red. It's more like that color. Just the lights are fucking it up. And then there's a bright yellow, and then there's a really nice grassy green, and then there's this gorgeous blue. Is blue. And the coolest thing about this is you need very little, tiny bit of water just to get the whole thing going. Like I did 1 drop of water, and it's just this paintbrush, which I just used to swatch with, is just jam-packed with colors still. It's just, oh yeah, see. My biggest complaint about packaging like this is that you can open it up and stuff, and it's great. It has these little individual covers for the colors, so you can keep them nice and neat and clean. But the problem is that those pop off, and these are super easy to pull out, just like boom. So they're not in there very securely. It reminds me a lot of the Kryolan ones, but the Kryolan ones are actually more secure in their packaging. This is the first Wolfe product that I've ever owned, and when Kryolan was really famous for that UV neon day glow palette everybody wanted and needed, Wolfe had one as well. So like I said, this is my first Wolfe. I don't like the packaging as much because even if I shake it around, see, the colors are all loose in there now too. So not a very sturdy, or you know, not a very sturdy or packable compact. But I mean, how often are you like popping this in your purse to touch your makeup up at the club? Not often. This is more for, you know, special effects makeup. This is a great palette. You get these colors here plus that brown, and you can do bruises, and you can do gunshot wounds, and you can do poison in the veins, and you can do necrotic flesh, and you can do all kinds of things. I am super impressed with the pigmentation, and Yeah, no rubs. I mean, it's just gorgeous. They are not waterproof. Let me find my spray bottle right here. This stuff is not waterproof, and they do suggest that you do not mix anything else with this makeup. But I do want to point out that it does stain. So I do suggest if you are going to do some SFX or special effects makeup or any kind of FX that you do buy a primer. Like I said, I paid $7 for all of this, which to me, I really do think that's a steal because that's, I mean, $5.99 at the Halloween store and you get that gross waxy stuff that just melts and fades off, and this stuff is more professional grade. They do say not to mix it with stuff. I've said that, I know. But I am seriously curious about how it would mix with other things like maybe setting sprays or sealing gels and such. But the compact also comes with this, you know, and yeah, it just says it will take on the properties of other makeup, so don't cross-contaminate makeups with it. Be careful with your brush sanitizer. It can leave a reaction in the actual cake pan of makeup, the actual cake pan, the pan of makeup, or it can react with your skin. I don't know what that means, but just the color pigmentation just for the SFX colors, I think it's fabulous, and that was one of my favorite purchases this last week. So again, boo. Yay! So now I'm seriously curious about getting the Wolfe brand neons and things like that. I think that would be really cool to have that, since the Krylons kind of skip and they're a little muddy and they're harder to work with. Anyways, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous day. Let me know if you want to see some more reviews or if you'd like to see tutorials. Somebody please tell me what they want to see, because I feel like I'm speaking to nobody. Makes me crazy. You want to see my dog? Come here. Come here. Come here, Bruno. This is Bruno. Do you love me? Are you on television? Give a kiss. Oh, thank you. This is my Bruno. Long legs Bruno. Ah! He's got really long legs. Okay, Bruno, say goodbye. Bye. Look, you got bug eyes. Yay. Yay, Bruno. So I thought I'd give you a really quick close-up on my eye makeup. So this is that Naked Basics palette that I was talking about in the last video. And I am wearing Naked 2 all over, and Faint, and Crave in the crease. I'm also using Sugar Pill's Lumi color as that white eyeliner, and they're real from Benefit Cosmetics. Oh, and the black eyeliner is the Urban Decay 24/7 liquid liner in Perversion. My lips is a NYX Butter Gloss. Pretty girl. What's all over my face? Oh, my dog's hair. So yeah.